wearing these things, and I feel right on Ashley. So watch my feet for me, okay? Okay. All right, I chose to play the Manitou Dance by Jason Adams, and I have Ben Holloway playing Eric and Kristen Becker playing Gail. Enjoy. Not too loud. Eric, this is a listening.
Wow, she's really ugly.
What?
That kid is like a raisin or something.
Don't listen to him, Elizabeth. He's jealous. I've been wanting so much for you to meet her. It's like it'll make this whole thing good.
She's a beautiful little raisin, isn't she? Guess it was what's behind door number 2.
What?
I don't know, all night I have been able to shake this feeling like I'm visiting the life I could have had. A baby, a house in Connecticut, a subscription to House and Garden.
Don't let me outlive that one, will you?
Come on, House and Garden.
I put it in the basket in the bathroom for you, you know. I remember how frightened you used to be if bathrooms got reading material.
Don't make me into some neurotic old boyfriend, Gail.
Are you going to deny your severe fear of bathrooms?
Bathrooms are frightening, horrible places. Cold, lonely, sterile. But you should not use that to make me into some sort of little anecdote. Like a chapter of your life that was some situation comedy. Don't mistake obsessive fears and neurotic for light comedy, Gail. Very dangerous.
I don't think I can have this discussion with you now, Eric.
What kind of discussion is it? And when would you like to get into it?
A discussion about us, and never. They're waiting.
They're fine on their own.
What's that supposed to mean?
What?
They're fine on their own? Fine?
It doesn't mean anything.
Are you saying my husband is interested in your little girlfriend? Is that it?
Hold on, Gail. All I said is that they are fine on their own.
Fred and I happen to be very, very happy together. He's not interested in some 23-year-old music student and her stupid thesis on Todd Rundgren.
You seem pretty interested at dinner.
Who the hell would write a thesis on Todd Rundgren? Is she going to hand out t-shirts and loose joints that are oral?
It's just a date, Gail. A date.
It didn't sound like that on the phone. She's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's not hung up by society's rules. These are your words. I think you should grow up.
Why?
Why should you grow up? Are you asking me why you should grow up?
Yes, I'm interested in hearing it from someone who thinks she has.
That's what people do. They get married, they have kids, they remember their ideals fondly, they try to stick to them in their own way. They don't eat public television, they get by.
Don't cry, Gail. Please do not cry.
That gets me. What makes you think I'm going to cry?
Because you regret your choices, and now you're going to cry.
I regret my choices? Screw you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said what I thought. I broke the unwritten rule between us since we broke up. I'm just supposed to smile and talk to you like I'm really interested in the right amount of sugar to put into a pecan pie recipe.
I can't believe you said that thing about my pie.
I liked the pie. I said it had a little too much sugar in it. I just don't understand why everyone who makes pecan pie is so obligated to put too much sugar in it because every other pecan pie has too much sugar in it. It's like the world is doomed to repeat its horrors. I eat that pie and I just think we're marking down the time to the next Holocaust.
Are you saying I baked a Nazi pie?
Not intentionally.
I am so glad you were not the father of my daughter. I'm so happy to not have to worry for her about your inconsistency, your stubbornness, your uncanny ability to make the most politically and philosophically interesting choices, leaving you and your loved ones in this shit heap. Let's just spend the rest of the night playing Pictionary.
This is the 4th time tonight you've brought up Pictionary. Are you forcing me to play Pictionary?
It's just a game, Eric. Or am I wrong? Is it actually going to join forces with the pecan pie and cause the next Holocaust?
It's a waste of time. People sit around and solve these meaningless little puzzles and form these arbitrary little alliances for no other reason than to pass time. Well, time is passing well enough for me without games, Gail. Fred wastes enough of my time talking about his boat. Does he really think I care about his boat? All right, great. He bought a motorized flotation device. Does he really think I want to go on and on, hour after hour about it?
So good. And so good to know how you feel about Fred.
And how do I feel about Fred?
I always needed him and liked him.
How can I like him or not like him? I don't know him. I know his boat. I could draw the blueprint for his boat. I don't know him.
It's so damn easy for you.
What?
It's so easy for you not to play Pictionary. You're funny, verbal, provocative. Do you know how intimidated my husband is by you?
Play Pictionary, Gail. Play your heart out. I'll stay here with Elizabeth.
You belong with Elizabeth.
Purity-wise?
Maturity-wise.
You don't love Fred.
What?
You don't love Fred.
That's it, Eric. I demand you for dictionary. I insist.
Why did you marry a man you didn't love?
I never said I don't love him.
Christ, Gail, just tell me you love him. Please.
You got on that boat. The crucial point, the pinnacle time, the absolute quintessential turning point in our relationship. And you're on a boat to St. John.
That has nothing to do with it.
It's got everything to do with it.
You make it sound like you made a choice between two men, like it was him or me.
It was.
It was? Come on, Gail, it's a huge world. If it were between me and Fred, most women would just shoot themselves.
You threw it away.
I never threw you away.
Not me. Everything. Eric, you're such an ass. Everyone's damn guru, living by your values, true to yourself, the ascetic, the 20th century philosopher. Well, Eric, I have a question for you. A real question. Why are you working on a farm? It's like I'm supposed to admire you or something. I'm so sick of your untraditional path. The farm boy from Benson. You're wasting your intelligence. You're wasting your intelligence to pick vegetables. There's nothing to admire about that. It's stupid.
You're right. Why work my hands to produce a reasonably priced source of nourishment for my fellow human beings while I could be getting fat playing Pictionary?
I gained 4 pounds. 4. Don't you dare say I'm getting fat. And there's nothing wrong with playing Pictionary, you all-knowing fool. You lost me.
I know.
It pisses me off. It really pisses me off. That thing you said about me regretting my choices? Well, at least I made a choice.
But you do regret it.
I love Fred, Eric. I do love him. Not like I love you, but we have these things together. Family. This feeling. Sureness.
I don't consider your infrastructure your strongest trait.
But I don't think I can have this conversation. I'm sorry things had to happen the way they have to. Just say that.
You're right. I'm sorry.
You're just being yourself.
That's what I'm sorry for. I should say goodbye to Elizabeth. I know it's I'll see her again.
Eric, she'll wake up. Eric, what is it? What?
It's, this thing I need to tell you, Gail. I can't dance.
You can't dance. This is why you're crying? Eric, a lot of people can't dance.
I don't know why I can't dance. It's just, I can't. I can't make my body move in the way that the music is demanding that I move. So embarrassing, the situation I'm in. Standing there around hundreds of people who are displaying their purest, truest selves. I mean, it only takes them 2 drinks and their souls are out there on the dance floor. Their goodness, their sensuality, their sharing, their loving. I watch that, and I look at that, but my body fights it. I start to analyze the music, the rhythm, the time signature. I understand the theory of dancing, the idea of spontaneously sharing in this moment that is now and only now. The give and take with your partner, like 2 mirrors on a land where gravity holds you to this point and then leaves you free. And the universe happens right then and there, like truth. I understand this intellectually, Gail, but I've never experienced it. I can't dance.
How did Elizabeth and you think of that?
When we were together, there would be these times where you'd arrange for us to be at these places, these parties, and invariably there would be a band or music playing, and invariably people would start dancing.
I would arrange this. Like I did this to you?
And invariably, you would want to dance. And I wouldn't dance with you. I wouldn't dance with you, Gail. I could see the hurt register in your face. And I could see the anger build within you, and I could see that this just wouldn't do for you.
Why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just say I can't dance?
Because it was the dam holding water. If I let that out, that one little thing, everything else would follow. I couldn't dance. I couldn't have a normal conversation about the weather with a neighbor without getting into a conversation about God, love, for eternity. I mean, the weather has these huge connotations. I couldn't act correctly in social situations. I couldn't sacrifice you for a relationship. I couldn't hold you when you needed to be held because I wanted you to be stronger. Because I wanted to be stronger. I couldn't ask for the warmth of your touch out of me. I just couldn't let myself. I could only ask for it out of strength, out of something that wouldn't become sick and interdependent and symbiotic. I don't know. You marrying Fred, it didn't really say anything to me. It's just another thing in this continuum, this cycle. It was just this thing that happened in my life. The love of my life got married to another man. It didn't seem permanent, but the fact that Elizabeth, the fact that this angel, this unbelievable gift, isn't mine, will never be mine, I'm 37. I have done nothing but make myself more isolated, unavailable, and unappealing. Believe it or not, it's hard picking up women with this type of conversation. I work for $4 an hour. I never earned a college degree. I just can't bring myself to work for someone who isn't producing something with some kind of goodness. That rules out 98% of the job openings, and the other 2% pay approximately $4 an hour. I don't know. I'm not really going to change. People think I make these choices, but you gotta believe me. I have no control. I can't dance.
I never knew you couldn't dance. I always thought you could. You didn't.
Did you hold me?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I'd be able to let go.
Yeah, you're right. Gail, there were these things that you needed. Just to breathe, you needed them. I could see that there was no way I was going to be able to survive them. So it was this thing that I did. This thing, it wasn't that bad. You needed to find someone. I felt that you needed me off the top. You gotta believe me, Gail. When I got on the board, I was thinking of you, not of you. Well, this is a sign of times to come. This is the first time we've had a conversation where your eyes stayed dry and mine didn't. You gotta get downstairs.
There was one time you danced with me.
I couldn't have.
On my wedding day.
I don't remember.
You did. I remember it clearly. I remember thinking how strange it was for me to be in this wedding gown. On my wedding day. Dancing with you and you weren't my glue.
Oh, yeah, that. That wasn't dancing, Gail. I was walking. I convinced myself that I was walking very slowly and sideways. It was the only way I could do it.
Derek, maybe one day.
Please, don't say it.
Right.
Gail, I cannot stand Marie. I cannot stand her. Please find something to say to her about me so she doesn't expect me to sleep with her tonight.
I'm sure you'll be just fine on that.
She was just an excuse to see you. I figured I'd call with this woman in my life and I'd be less of a threat to the home. It was stupid of me. Thank you for showing me your daughter. She is absolutely the single greatest thing I've ever looked at in my entire